Hello and welcome, my dear students, to my channel Mathematics Made Easy. This is Ms. Ruchika welcoming you to today's session, which is made especially on the request of grade 10 elite students. Today we are covering chapter 8, lesson 1, Parabolas, and this video is part 1 of the series. In today's video, a learning objective would be to analyze and graph equations of parabola. So let's dive into the video and see what we are learning today. So today's video, as I told you, is on parabolas. It is part 1 of the series, and today I'm giving you an introduction to the concept of parabola. Stay glued to the video and watch the video till the end because it's an important introduction to parabola and will help you understand the concept and therefore help you to solve questions that come in your exam on this topic. So before I dive into the concept of parabola, I would just like to give you a quick introduction of the concept of conic sections, because under the concept of conic section comes the special case of a parabola. So what are conic sections? Conic sections are the various curves that are obtained as a result of the intersection of the surface of a cone with a plane. So as you see in this first animation, that if you have a cone and you rotate the cone, then another cone is obtained on the top, and if you take a section of the cone, you see the pink cone and you see the blue plane. So if the blue plane is cutting the cone or intersecting the cone horizontally parallel to the base, what you obtain is a yellow circle. However, if the plane is cutting the cone, the section of the cone at an angle, you get an ellipse. And again, if it is cutting at a very big angle, you obtain a parabola. So I hope you can see how a circle, ellipse, parabola, and finally a hyperbola is different from each other, and how all of them are obtained as a result of the intersection of the surface or a plane of the cone. So they are called conic sections. Let's dive deeper into the concept of a parabola. So let me first define it for you. A parabola can be defined as a set of all points that are at the same distance from a given point, called the focus. So focus is a fixed point, as you see here in the animation. The red dot denotes the focus, and it is at a distance from a given line called the directrix. So this red line, which is parallel to the x-axis, denotes your directrix. So any point, blue dot here, is taken on this directrix, and the parabola is generated as you can see from the animation. So the fixed point, focus, and the fixed line directrix is very important. Any point, the blue dot that you take and you start generating, so you see that the distance PF, the distance of the point P from the distance of the focus and the directrix is same. So when you make it same and then you start generating the surface, you start collecting all the set of points as you see in the animation, which are at an equal distance. So PF and the PQ, when they become equal, the surface which is generated by joining the all set of points, as you see the blue curve here, is a parabola. So I hope the animation helps you to visualize the shape of a parabola. The parabola which is generated here is an upward parabola. And there are many important terms related to the parabola which we are going to learn in this video. One point is the focus, the red dot, another is the directrix, this a parallel line. Then you have the curve. This is a U-shaped curve, as you can see, which is generated, called the parabola. So we are done with three important terms, which are the parabola, the focus, and the directrix. Next, now the next important term is the latus rectum. So focus and directrix is done. Then you have the axis of symmetry. So basically your axis of symmetry is the vertical line which is dividing the parabola into two equal parts. So if you see this parabola, the upward U-shaped parabola which you have shown here with the black curve, this broken blue line vertically dividing it into two equal parts is your axis of symmetry. So on the left and on the right, you have the same parabola. We are going to be using the concept of axis of symmetry while we draw or while we graph the parabola in the questions later. So this is important. Then the point V, which is called the vertex here, is the point where the parabola originates, and latus rectum is this small line that you see which passes through focus parallel to the directrix and joins 2 points on the parabola. So I will now define the latus rectum is a line segment that goes through the focus of the parabola. As you can see, this is the focus, so latus rectum is passing through that point, and it is perpendicular, so at a right angle to the axis of symmetry. So if this is your axis of symmetry, your latus rectum is perpendicular to that, so this angle is 90°, and definitely, as you see, that the endpoints of the latus rectum lie on the parabola, which is this point and this point, the blue dots. Next comes the standard form of equation of parabola. This is a very important slide. It's a formula sheet that you need to learn and will help you for the exam. So the first form is the vertical form, whose standard equation is this one. You'll have to learn it. So x minus h. Remember, with the x vertex, h comes, whole square is equal to 4 times p times y minus k, and opposite to this is the second equation, y minus k whole square is equal to 4p times x minus h square. This one is horizontal, this one is vertical, and you can very well see it from the graph. So this is opening upward, it's a U-shaped parabola. This is an inverted U opening downward. So if your P is positive, it opens up. If P is negative, it opens down. So accordingly, it has vertical orientation, means the axis of symmetry, as you see, which is dividing it into two parts, is vertical. Next, when it is horizontal, let's see the difference. If P is positive, it opens on the right. Let me write these things. So this is up, this is opening down, this is right, and finally this is left when P is less than 0. Vertex in both the cases is same, h comma k. Focus here is h comma k plus P. So just observe one thing, that the vertex and the focus has the same x coordinate for vertical, and the vertex and the focus has the same y coordinate for the horizontal. So that will again be an important point of writing and solving questions on parabola. So axis of symmetry is x equal to h, here it is y equal to k, directrix is y equal to k minus p, here x is equal to h minus p. So all of this information, this formula sheet, the key concept you'll have to learn, and we'll be solving a lot of questions based on this. So let's get started and see what kind of questions to expect from the standard form of equation of parabola. So first I'm going to explain to you a solved example. This is taken from your math book, example 1. Then we are going to together try some questions. So the one that I'll be doing for you in detail in this video is 1A, and 1B you will try yourself in your notebook. This is taken from the same page, guided practice. So let's see what all we need to do. The question is on determining characteristics and finally graphing the parabola. So here the equation, as you see, is given to you. So this is the first type of question that can come, where equation of the parabola is given to you, and this is, as you see, in standard form already, and from there you have to identify number 1 vertex, number 2 focus, number 3 axis of symmetry, number 4 directrix, and then number 5 finally you have to graph the parabola. So this kind of a question will come for a long question, 5 mark. Let's see what kind of things can we expect. So first step, you'll compare it with the standard form, and when you do that comparison, I'm just writing it one more time. This is the final equation of the standard form, and you are comparing it with what is given. So I'm going to compare it with this equation. I'm just writing it one more time. Now this parabola definitely has horizontal orientation. Why? Because it's compared to the horizontal parabola. So here also you see your 4p is equal to -12 or p is -3. So because p is less than 0, this parabola being horizontal will open on the left. So before even you do the graph, you know so many things. Now let's compare for k and h because we need the vertex. So here the vertex, actually this point is 2, so you know that your vertex will have h as 2 and k as -5. All of that you can compare from the standard form. P already you have got as negative. So now that you know your vertex, it is h comma k, your focus h plus p comma k, directrix and axis of symmetry. Just we are using the formula sheet to find all of them. Now, once you know all of these things, the vertex, the focus, the axis of symmetry, and the directrix, all these four things coming from the formula sheet, you can go ahead with the graph. And in order to do the graph, first you plot the vertex, then you plot the focus, then you draw the axis of symmetry. So once you draw your axis of symmetry and your directrix and your vertex, you know that the parabola being on the left is going to start from here. Whatever is the points upwards, same symmetry is going to continue downwards. So even if we don't draw this table, we can roughly draw the parabola even without this table, because we know the concept of symmetry. What is up will come down, same thing. So that's how you do a question. Let's now solve 1A together in the next slide. Okay, so let's solve 1A guided practice. This is classwork, this is homework, you'll try yourself. Let's do this one, and we are going to compare it with the standard form y minus k is equal to x minus h comma 0. So this parabola is definitely a vertical parabola, and that will be confirmed because 8 is equal to 4p or p is 2. So when p is positive, it's definitely vertical and it opens upward. So it is going to be a U-shaped parabola. Now let's compare h and k. So x minus h, if you compare with x minus 4, so you know that your h is 4. Next is k, so your k minus k is equal to 3, so k is minus 3. So now you have got your vertex number 1, then you need your focus, then you need your axis of symmetry, and last but not the least, you need your directrix. So in order to find vertex, the formula sheet is h comma k. In order to find the focus, the formula sheet is h comma k plus p. For axis of symmetry, it is x equal to h. For directrix, it is y equal to k minus p. So first we've written the formula sheet. Now we'll plug in the value. So this is my capital V. This is my F. So h is having same x coordinate, you can see. And what is the difference in y? K plus p. So minus 3 plus 2 means it is minus 1. X equal to h means x equal to 4. Y equal to k minus p. So when I do k minus p, it is minus 3 minus 2. So y equal to minus 5. So we have got all four things now. Last part, vertex, focus, axis, directrix is done. Now we need to do the graph. So I'm drawing it very roughly with my free hand, so the measurements will not be that accurate, but you will draw it with your ruler and scale so that the divisions are equal. So I'm doing here some rough divisions on either side of x-axis, positive and negative. So this one is positive x, positive y, negative y. Similarly, we do for y. Okay, and now that we are done with divisions, let's write the numbers. So first we need the vertex, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, x is 4, y is minus 3. So this is minus 3, so this is the point B. Next we need focus, which is x equal to 4, y is minus 1, so this is my focus. Next, we need axis of symmetry, which is x equal to 4. So because it's a vertical parabola, the axis of symmetry will be vertical as well. So this is the point x equal to 4. So the axis of symmetry is going to pass through this. So it's a vertical parabola. Now the parabola is starting at this point. Now we just need the x intercepts because we know the parabola is going to move like this. So for x-intercept, we know we have to put y equal to 0 so that we get the 2 points where this parabola is going to meet the x-axis. So when I put y as 0, 8 times 3, x minus 4 whole square. So x minus 4 is 24. Take positive square root. So x minus 4 is plus minus square root of 24. So 1 point is 4 plus 24. Next is 4 minus 24. So approximately 1 point is little more than 4. 1 is little less than 4. So 1 is going to go something like this. And the second point is going to go like this. So I've done a rough drawing of the graph, and we also have the directrix at -5. So this is -4, this is -5. So this is the line of directrix. So that's how the parabola is made. I hope you have understood the method. Do try 1B and check your answer. Put in the comment section, did you like the video? Any other video you want for your coming exams, do let me know. And if you found the video useful, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and also hit the bell icon to not miss any upcoming videos. So that is all for today's session. Thank you for watching. And this is Ms. Ruchika now signing off from today's session. This was part 1 of the video. Stay glued to my channel for part 2, which is coming up with more and exciting and important questions on the concept of parabola. Bye bye.